everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today we have another Christmas card using a few different products. I fussy cut some of the images out of the Trimming the Town designer series paper to kind of create a scene there. And then I'm also using the Peace and Joy stamp set as well as dies. So let's go ahead and jump in. We are using a piece of Balmy Blue that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That is going to be our base. We are going to emboss this with our Winter Snow embossing folder. So we're going to get some nice snowflakes. So let me grab my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And I want to grab this folder. I'm going to open up my card front here, and I'm not going to go, I'm going to leave that score line out just so we don't go over and kind of get it squished. And then I'm going to set this in my machine, make sure that stays straight, and we're going to roll that through. Okay, and then you can hopefully see all that beautiful embossing on there. Love that. All right. Now I've also taken a piece of Whisper White, and this is width-wise, it's the same size as the front of our card, but I've used the dies, it's in the pines, I believe. Let me just grab them. Pine wood dies. And I have used this die here to kind of create our little snowbank. So we're going to add that to the front of our card. We are going to use this machine again, but let's move that out of our way for now. Okay, so first we'll go ahead and add our snowbank. Buried my adhesive here. And there are many dies in the mini catalog now that you can, create something like this with. I just happen to have these ones handy. So and what I love is, depending on the width of your, the depth of your paper, not every one will be the same. So I just took a scrap and kind of, put that die in the middle, and then I got two pieces, and then I just trimmed down the bottom. Okay, so because the fussy cutting can take some time, I did all of that in advance. So I cut out the little church, some trees, and then a little group of people, and those are what we are going to add to our front. Now the Trimming the Town suite does have dies that go with it. I just don't happen to have those. So I just fussy cut these out of the designer series paper, and there's so many images in that paper that you can actually do that with, and they're fairly simple images, so it's not too hard. But if you're definitely not a fan of fussy cutting, you could pick up that suite and use the dies. Okay, so we are going to add them here. Let's get the trees going. I just want to make sure I have room for my sentiment, so I think I'll put that down a little lower. Just get the backing. Should have used my little piercer. Okay, so we're going to add that one, and whoops, that did not land where I wanted it to. Okay, now let's do a bit of stamping. So I have a scrap here. We are going to grab our Joy and To the World. I have Balmy Blue and Real Red. So I'm going to ink up Joy. I love the font and the size of these in this set. They're just awesome. We're going to do that in Real Red. And we are going to die cut that. I'm also going to do the Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to put that towards the edge. Maybe on this side, because we're going to trim it out. That looks good. Okay, let me close up this ink so I don't get my hands in it. All right, and then the dies that coordinate with the Peace and Joy bundle. You can see here is the word joy, so you can cut the word, but then you can also kind of make another layer. We're just going to use the joy this way, so you'll see when I die cut it how that comes out. Let me just switch. Put my platforms here. I'm going to use the magnetic platform, and I'm going to lay that down. Okay. And put that in. Let's roll that through. And then I will show you how that comes out. Okay, let's get our machine out of the way. Okay, so you can see how that cuts it out. If you use that other layer, you will also get this outside piece, just so you know. We're going to use it just like that. And then I'm going to hand trim out to the world. You could use your paper trimmer here too if you don't like to trim it yourself. I'm just going to trim down a little bit more. Alright, now we're going to grab some more dimensionals to pop this up. Let's bring back in our base. We'll grab one full size one for this O, and then we'll focus on the minis. So you can get about 3 on Joy to the World, and then I'm going to use some more minis on Joy here. I might actually cut, yeah, maybe I'll cut between these full size. This gives me a little bit skinnier piece that I might like to use. Stuck to my nail, hold on. We're going to put that there. Maybe one more over here. Okay, so let's get the backings off. I love how this little scene turned out. It's adorable, I think. The paper is so much fun to work with. Okay, so we are going to add our Joy up here. I'm sure on camera doesn't show as well, but that embossing in the background just gives it a nice texture. We'll add Joy to the World here. And you could totally add some Wink of Stella onto these snowflakes, which I think I might. Just again it'll darken and kind of call some attention to those snowflakes. I did not do that on my first one, but I think I will on this one. So hopefully you can kind of see that come through. And as that dries, it'll change color a little bit. But there is our card design for today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, you can find a full supply list in the description. You can pick up all of the products used today in my online store, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.